looking like a 911 folks. Matt back, looking clean. Dead president, I'm a local. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time. Pictures in the penny hoe.
You're gonna empty your pockets. I don't do that. You might press me. You do what I tell you. Get over it. Who's gonna get this?
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looking to throw on second down. Townsend. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Operating from the gun, Townsend. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they finally get him down at the other 46. A big play here for Buffalo, and even 40 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Good job, D. Good job.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off play action. Townsend. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Detroit!
Back to throw. Townsend. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. Throwing on first down. Townsend. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 23 yards on the play.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Check. Patriot! Patriot! Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
They go play action here on first down. He goes underneath to Drake. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
We got three, fellas.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
4 down, check.
Check 20!
Check. Check, hot route. Hot.
There we go, 5 down.
Check.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. Oh, and now he bowls it over. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On third down, Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. Fighting through, and he's got space. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them, and they took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Bridgewater on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. On 2nd down, it's Drake pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
To throw on 3rd down. Townsend got his man complete over the middle. That's Marsh. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And this is caught at the 8. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal.
No. Check. Patriot.
From the gun, Townsend. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
To throw on second down, Townsend. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now third down.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gun! 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 Gun!
Operating from the gun, Townsend. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. You end up having to take 3 there.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Here we go, gotta go. Here we go, 5 down. Go Delta. Here we go, 5 down. Watch the screen.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, a 22. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, Drake. Whoosh. Breaks the tackle. Now an alley. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
I'm still an old-school football guy, and anytime you see a big-time running play, that fires me up. And if I'm on offense right now, in the position they're in now, inside the 10-yard line, I think after the way they've run it, they've set themselves up for a good play-action pass opportunity right here. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Looking to throw. Townsend, and it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal. The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it. They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Looking to throw on second down. Townsend. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bills will extend their lead. We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty. It feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air. And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there. Fielded about a yard deep. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more. And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. 3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out. It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now. They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing is Bridgewater. And he's going to go down again. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right? Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Go Delta.
56.
Go Delta.
Right there, 56.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now out come the Bills. And they have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal on their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Off the play fake. Townsend steps away. And his throw here's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Bills on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Gun! 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 Gun!
From the gun, Townsend. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now here's Ross. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. And out now, here come the Bengals. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Yes, sir.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Delta.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Delta.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. On the toss, Bernard. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Go. 5 down, 5 down.
They'll run here with Bernard. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Giovanni Bernard, as the first half is winding down, and the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle, and that'll make it 24-7. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. Off play action. Townsend. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Gone! Now let's go! Blue line it! Blue line it!
Back to the air on 2nd down. Townsend, he sets to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Townsend. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
Extra point good by Hopkins. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Go Delta. Go Delta.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Returnable for Thomas. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
You got him. You
to throw on second down. Townsend. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
The Bills on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's third and 2.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off the play fake. Townsend. Over the middle, complete. It's Marsh. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. On the give, this is Drake. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy. Under 10. Under 10. 10. No. Check. Patriot.
Back to throw. Townsend. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On first and 10, Townsend. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Looking to throw. Townsend. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, Townsend. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Brianne Body Calhoun. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Looking deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a Touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Here we go.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Gun!
Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Gun!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They'll look to throw here. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Right back to Drake, twisting away. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Gun!
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
"21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. On third down, Townsend. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Over!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
And they'll go on the ground. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 11.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. Over!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. And they'll run it here. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
And on the ground they go with a running back. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the backside? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Watch him now, Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And now running right through it. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Shedding the tackle. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out. Everything looked good. Good snap. Good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
Detroit! Hot!
And they will take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Bills, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against